I think Rome is ready to flex her galactic muscles and lay claim to a bit of Dabulan free trader space at long last. We have 2 full fleets and a Federation fleet, so let the preparations commence. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Ancient Relics in our Roma Galactica 2.5 series. So yeah, the Dabulan free traders are up here. We were looking at this last episode, but just to give you a bit of a recap here, and also to look at one thing we didn't look at last episode. The fleet power of the free traders is inferior, as is their economic power. Their technology level is pathetic compared to ours. Now, if we go to war with them, they are going to bring the Gox Confederated Stars into the fight with them. So what about the Gox Confederated Stars, you might be asking? Well, they are pathetic in fleet power and technology level compared to us, and inferior in economic power. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. We're going to probably build a few more stations to get this started, because the main entry point that I want to use is right here. I might use my Federation fleet here to, I'm going to go ahead and move them to, let's say, probably, is that Iplade? Or we're going to call that Iplade. And then we are going to have a bit of an energy deficit as soon as these fleets get underway, so we're going to have to deal with that. But I want to go ahead and get the fleets in position and then maybe build the economy and the energy situation around the energy deficit before we go to war, if we can get that done relatively quickly. Also, Antak Ram has some serious trade value that it's sitting on, so we might have to do some stuff with our existing stations. Let's see here. What about 1, 2, 4? Okay. We would need to replace a couple of the anchorages to make this happen. But that's doable, I think, and also probably worthwhile, rather than building an entirely new station to get that trade value. Because we are going to have some additional stations too. So that would be... yeah, we've got room for that. Let's go ahead and build 2 more trade hubs there instead. So that's going to allow that to extend all the way to 1, 2, 3. Yeah, to Antak Ram and gather that. But yeah, we need to make sure that the economic situation as soon as these fleets leave orbit is such that we can support a protracted, or probably probably not very protracted, war with our good friends, the Dabulan free traders. They're not good friends. They're not good friends at all. But that's what we're going to try to set up beforehand. Also, it seems like we might have some anomalies. Let's check the backlog. We've got a few, so it might be worth sending science ships around. We have a brand new science ship here. I can have you research that anomaly. It's not a particularly high-level anomaly, so you'll level up from that. You were just assisting with research, so why don't you go work on that? And then the final anomaly is where? Looking down. Oh, it's in Badukan. Okay, so there's... for some reason, we have that anomaly in our database. I'm not quite sure why. It does seem like we actually don't have access to fully expand in that direction right now, given that there's not a jump lane. But interesting that, yeah, they're still overwhelmingly more powerful compared to us. So we're not going to be able to take on a fallen empire for quite a while. Not that I suspected I would be able to, but we're getting to that point in the game where you kind of want to check yourself against that comparison. All right, before we unpause, let's see what we can do here. I think I will go ahead and upgrade this, since that research just finished. We can start bringing in a little bit more unity per turn if we do some of these upgrades. Now, I need to be careful, because this is one of my big... every time I upgrade one of these, that's going to be one of my rare crystals. This is one of my rare crystal consumers. So this is... we don't want to have a repeat situation of what we did with the exotic gas refineries, which you may recall we fixed in the last episode. Now, there are a few planets... yeah, we're hoping to fix this unemployment with what we're already building here, but in this particular instance, it's because we need minerals. Hang on. Let's go ahead and upgrade the alloy production there. Scandia just needs... you're a generator world, so we'll go ahead and build a mining district there. And then you just need some housing. I'm just going to, rather than buying more minerals, we're going to let the clock tick for a bit. Now, these fleets are about to leave orbit. Oh, interesting. Our energy per month hasn't changed. Does it change now at the end of the month when you have a fleet? It used to be instantaneous. Hang on, let's see what happens. There it is. Okay, that was much more what I expected. So we're going to have to balance that somehow. Please accept this gift. The Veterisius Confederation is giving us 120 energy credits and 4,760 minerals. Okay, thanks, Veterisius Confederation. Those are the guys that the Raxar hegemony absolutely annihilated in the last war, so that's kind of funny that they're giving us stuff. Maybe they're just trying to prevent another horrendous war. We did do most of the damage to them last time, so it's understandable. All right, we also have the possibility of creating 2 more starbases. So the question is where? We probably need to build one in the W system, as I believe I mentioned, so I can go ahead and spend the alloys to get that started. And yeah, we just need to do what we can to get this deficit under control. When are we going to have... Let's see. Looking at policies again, our trade policy is consumer benefits we can change in just under 4 years.
Construction complete.
Not going to get there this episode, but we might be able to fix this for the most part when that becomes available, and maybe be ready for war at about the same time.
Construction
I think
complete.
I mentioned in the last episode that I was going to try and go to war this episode. We're definitely going to do everything we can, but I'm not going to rush the decision. I'm going to put things in place to where we can really just jump in and hit them hard. Speaking of that, let me also jump into the claims map and see what it would take to claim some of these systems.
Complete.
So if I want to claim all of this, yeah, that's all of my influence right there. Just
Science
to claim
Division
their initial
reports a new
territories there.
breakthrough.
Let's go ahead and make those claims. We have finished researching that tile blocker. Very good. Habitability +5. Now, that's definitely one worth going for, but look at the cost on that. That's going to take a long time. Ship upgrade cost and ship upkeep. Now, this one would be relatively quick, and it would help reduce that deficit. So I think we are going to go ahead and go for refit standards because it's going to directly counterbalance our energy deficit. That's priority number 1 as we prepare for this war.
Construction complete.
All right, so this...
Construction complete.
Need to upgrade you, but I can't yet. You really can't do anything, but the 10th pop will let me build something here, and then we can build something the specialist can work. Pila appears to have... Hang on. I can create a human pop on Pila if I destroy some of these. It's good to know. Unblocks Searing Desert. Okay, well. Yeah, nothing particularly good about clearing these blockers. Maybe I'll just clear the 1 for now. And then it seems Olympia needs a little bit of love. This is an agro world, so let's keep it... Well, actually, let's build a generator district on Olympia just to have a little bit more energy production happening.
Construction complete.
In our time of need here. Let's go up to speed 3 as our navies get into position. So we can technically have classes 1 and classes 2 both hanging out in the B system. There's no reason to have that one go to an Axador. So we'll skip that. Archaeological site pending. Let's see what we have here. The structure appears to be a gigantic mausoleum or necropolis dating back several million years. There are no obvious signs of previous looters, so the structure may have been left untouched since the Chameleon Field was erected. The structure's first chamber is accessible, but an impenetrable door blocks any further progress. Large alien glyphs, as yet untranslated, have been carved into the wall above the door. Fascinating. So... let's see. Anything else I can do on my stations? Nishpan Station. Yeah, this is going to be a border station for sure. Disruption field generator, maybe? Communications jammer? Yeah, communications jammer is probably the best idea there. Construction complete. Back up to speed 3. We'll keep a close eye on both of those. Minerals has actually taken a bit of a dip. I wonder what's going on there. Complete. Is it maybe some of my upgrades that I'm doing? That's a possibility. Not a fan of that. We're going to have to change that. Not sure where that has come from. It's got to be due to some of the upgrades I'm doing. Maybe the upgrades to the alloy production are a little bit more substantive in their mineral consumption than I thought. That's certainly a possibility. Okay.
Foreign powers are engaging in active hostilities.
We're going to go ahead and upgrade energy nexuses. Energy nexi, if you want to call them that, where I can.
Construction complete.
Because that won't take in more minerals, but it will give me some more energy. It will eat up some of my exotic gases, but I have room for that. That's okay.
Construction complete.
I'm looking down my list to see where I might be able to make some of the best upgrades. I definitely need some housing here. This is a mining world, though, so I'm just going to build another mining district
Construction
there.
complete.
Hyperborea is ready for their next building. Could probably do something fairly useful here. A mineral purification plant wouldn't do that much. It would add a little bit more mineral production, but not enough. I mean, this planet is not built for that. Amenities-wise and housing-wise, this planet's fine. Yeah, it's probably just the upgrades I've been doing that have just very quickly eaten away at my mineral upkeep, which makes sense. I can understand why. Let's do commercial zones. And then Aurora is ready for a new building. This is a generator world, but I think commercial zones might be the best here. We've already built one commercial zone, though. Don't need gene clinics again. Let's go ahead and do a Ministry of Production. This will boost both the metallurgist and the artisan output, so both the production of alloys and the production of consumer goods will increase on Aurora. Meanwhile, we have more to do here. Now, this is a rural world, so let's do food processing facilities. And then Hades is a mining world, which, oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, this will help a lot, actually, to build this. Pretty costly to build it, but that'll help. Okay, now we have a ruler job here that is not yet taken. That might resolve itself shortly. All right, back up to speed 3 while we keep an eye on those. All right, those fleets are getting ready.
Construction complete.
Now, one of the things that I could do to offset the mineral shortage is I could build one of the stations that I need to build
Construction complete.
in a nebula. Like, I could build a station in Grunthurst, or I could just... Hang on. Let me see if this is technically in the nebula. No, it's not. I don't have any stations that are in the nebula, technically, so I would need to build the station in the Grunthurst system. But that would allow me to mine for minerals. It wouldn't be a whole lot, so it probably wouldn't be worth it, but that's an option that I have if we continue to struggle with this. All right, we have an agro world here. We already have some other stuff helping along those lines. Let's do just commercial zones here. Trade value will eventually be either... Right now it's energy and consumer goods. It'll eventually be all
complete.
energy. Again, once we hit, what is it, 2344,
Science Division
2345,
report success.
2345 July, we'll be in better shape. All right, ship upkeep just got reduced by 5%, so in 20 days we should see a change in our energy deficit. Paradise Dome. Yeah, we're going to need that soon. Also, Commerce Megaplexes. That's the upgrade to the buildings that we've been replacing our gene clinics with. Do I want Paradise Dome? I kind of want Paradise Dome next. Let's do Commerce Megaplexes first, because again, the trade value could potentially translate into more energy sooner. Meanwhile, the fleets are getting ready.
Construction complete.
I don't expect that this war will go particularly badly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give the order for this energy grid to be upgraded. Let's see if there's any other energy grids. Oh, hello. Favonius is ready for a
Construction complete.
colony upgrade. Also, let's do an Autoton monument. That'll take up some consumer goods. Education campaign edict has expired. That's not cool. We have definitely got to sell some stuff. So let's sell 5,000 consumer goods there. We've got plenty of energy again, thank God. We also need to make sure we don't run out of minerals. So let's buy 5,000. That's better. And now, energy-wise, we'll bring the education campaign back. We're going to have to make sure to activate some of these edicts to give us a little bit of extra strength before we dive into this war.
Construction complete.
All right, let's do an energy district on Colonium Arboricum. It's fitting, actually, that is a kind of a cold world, because York is right about in the middle of Great Britain, of the island itself. So, like, it's not in, obviously, it's not in the coldest regions. The coldest regions would be Scotland rather than England.
Construction complete.
York is starting to get up there. And Arboricum, of course, is ancient York, geographically speaking. And literally speaking. So, okay, let's see here.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
We've already got a lot of what we need here. So I suppose, yeah, more commercial zones. I'm going to start going all in on those. Good, particle lens is finished. Yay. Energy credits from jobs. Archaeology skill +2, that's handy. That could actually come in handy right now since we're finishing a project. So that's a little bit of an eccentric choice, but let's go for it. Why not? Classis 1 is in place in Jormundir. Actually send both to W and just have them hang out. Okay, so with that in position, what we can at least do, we can create a crew quarters at this station so that one of the fleets can hang out. Possibly both, but I think you can only have one in orbit at a time. I might be about to be proven wrong on that. Also, let's do one shipyard and a gun battery. So we're going to have a forward reinforcements base. The reason I'm doing that is I don't particularly expect a strong resistance from the Dabulan Free Traders, so this is eventually not going to be a border station anymore. No reason to build it up to be heavily defended as if they pose a huge threat to it. I don't particularly expect something like that. Our energy deficit is now much better than it was just moments ago.
Construction complete.
Let's go ahead and upgrade a few more of the hypercoms forums. Nice. We had a few terraforming projects just finished. Riador 4A and Higma 4A. So let's go ahead and start those colonies, because those can't get colonized fast enough. We're going to have humans colonize them. Also, it seems like we still have to set up a few. We shouldn't have any humans with wasteful still, so. I like it. Actually, you know what? Let's, that reminds me. That name is very close to, yep. Is it Aquileum? Yeah. I think, if my memory is not completely making this up, Aquileia is in the northeast corner of Italy. Well, technically it's like the northernmost corner of Italy, because Italy is diagonal the way that it is, but it was one of the, I think it's still in mainland Italy, but it's definitely on the Roman Empire map, but it's before you kind of fully leave the boot, so to speak. And it's in a fairly temperate region, so I like that name. Aquilo was kind of close to that, so we're just gonna slightly deviate and go with that instead. I'll wait to colonize the other one until it's time. That does mean, though, that Mars might be making some pretty good progress. Just kidding. It's not even halfway done. Can't wait to colonize it. Okay, archaeological site. Event pending. The alien glyphs above the door have been translated as follows. I am Zarklon, the guardian of Maztarb, the prophet of Zva. In a galaxy awash with spite and hatred, I have chosen to seclude myself here. Proceed if ye be worthy. After combing through the first chamber for anything of interest, archaeologists discovered a tiny concealed wall panel. When pressed, the ancient door rumbled open. The second chamber can now be accessed. Intriguing. Very good indeed. Let's see where this leads. All right, so how are we doing over here? Do we have the, no. Crew quarters is about to be built.
Construction complete.
Let's have both of them enter orbit if they can. That might help with the energy shortage. It says we have a dust desert here. What exactly are we talking about? And why can't I see it? Oh, okay. Hang on. I've got to unblock it. And then we might be able to mess with it. I didn't realize it was blocked. That would explain a few things. We still have that ruler pop, unfortunately, that we have to deal with. We built up a little bit more influence, so we could probably lay another couple of claims.
Science Division report success.
Teachings of explorers. Oh, this is one of the anomalies we were looking at. The RSS Hephaestos crew is reporting that they found something spectacular on an Axidor 2. On the surface lies traces of an explorative expedition of another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. So we can get the explorer's text, or we can get some energy credits and minerals. Not worried about the energy credits and minerals. Let's translate the explorer's texts. Research that. It's going to take 4 months. And we have just finished commerce megapluxes. Very good. Leader level cap and leader upkeep minus 10%. Let's go ahead and do that. The leader upkeep will slightly help with our energy situation. You can also tell that the energy situation has improved by virtue of one of the fleets being in orbit. Also probably being helped by the fact that we are upgrading these where we can. Let's upgrade
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Heritage sites. Nice. Archaeology skill has changed. We are going to go ahead and research advanced reactor boosters. And then, what else do we have? Decisions. I'm going to go with Advanced Railgun just because this is going to upgrade additional technologies. Let's do that. Probably the best idea. And it seems like we have some additional unemployment we can deal with. Good. Energy deficit is gone for the time being. It'll probably come right back as soon as the war begins. But let's see if we can lay a few more claims. All right, so if we claim... I want to finish claiming this cluster. So we're going to claim
Construction
that
complete.
next. It's going to take some time to claim all of it. But I want to have a decent... If I can, I want to try and have like all of this as my claim for the first war. Illicit matter. Nice, we have a dark matter deposit. The RSS Ptolemy finds a disturbing tangle of technology hidden in a deep crater on the asteroid's surface. Evidently, someone has, with rather simple means, managed to stabilize a one-way wormhole. The science officer Servius Desticius quickly asserts that the asteroid is the exit point. The other end opens up somewhere in uncharted space some light years away from a black hole, and small quantities of dark matter are leaking, being siphoned through the wormhole. Whoever set this up seems to have abandoned the operation. That is freaking fantastic. That couldn't have come at a better time. So, because we are trying to get all of those rare resources as we mentioned last time, so we're going to build that research station there, and we are going to have some dark matter income. Hell yes.
Special project complete.
Sadly, our linguists have been unable to understand the entirety of the alien language used in the old documents found on an Axidor 2. Oh, I can't remember the last time that happened. However, they managed to translate the essentials, which has given us a glimpse into the culture they originated from. So we got some influence from it.
Construction complete.
Wow, I can't recall ever seeing that fail like that. Huh. That kind of stinks. Another research institute, maybe? Not really feeling the research institute. We've already got commercial zones. We don't, however, have food processing facilities, and we have a good number of farms on this world, so let's do that. And it seems like we have housing issues on some planets. So why don't we go ahead and build some new city districts where needed. Can't, of course, do it on Earth, but we can do it on other places. These colonies are just growing quickly. That's all it really comes down to. Okay, well, we got some new influence from that, so let's go back to the claims interface one more time. That is a rather helpful outcome, to tell you the truth. We're going to make those claims, and we'll have more soon. I think I would like to claim all of that, and then we're going to go ahead and get the war started.
Construction complete.
That way we can take a decent chunk of their territory and a sensible chunk of their territory.
Construction complete.
Because this is all connected by that lane. So we just want to do this very carefully. Okay, let's see. Where can I have you assist research? Why don't you just come back to Earth? Then you can assist at Nova Aegyptus. Keep having to give those guys new orders. All right, so both of our deficits have disappeared. Making pretty good progress there. We have a food deficit now, of all things. So those deficits are gone. We now have a food deficit, but we can deal with that pretty easily as we begin the war. Food deficit's gone already, so I think those are just jobs shifting around a little bit. Alloys are just fantastic right now. We honestly can probably scale back some of our alloy production, but it's nice to have that much kind of stacked up. We can even sell that for some energy if we have to. So economically, I think we're pretty much ready for war. Now I just want to make sure I have all the claims that I need. So that'll take maybe another episode to build up. Maybe by the end of the next one, we can start the war and perhaps add some claims as the war is ongoing.
Complete.
But we're just going to have to see how it plays out. I don't think, though, that these guys are going to pose
have made planetfall.
any challenge whatsoever. Yeah, because it's just these two. And we're going to have to make sure that we're defended up here. But I'm not particularly concerned that these guys are going to be able to come in and do really anything to me. So we might have the Federation fleet, as I think I gave them the order earlier in the episode, or did I forget? Nope, they're on their way up there. So they're going to hang out up here, and they might help with the offensive, but I just want to see what the Gox Confederated Stars do when they launch. And then we'll proceed from there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.